Hello and welcome back to the Airfix YouTube channel. Today we're tackling a truly unique subject, the 1/72nd scale Boeing Chinook built in a particularly striking and somewhat daunting special operations camouflage scheme. While this paint job might be enough to put some modellers off, we'll guide you through the full process, breaking down each step with clarity and detail so you can take it on with confidence and precision. We begin by preparing the interior floor of the helicopter, which doubles as the base for the cockpit and troop compartment. After carefully removing all moulding tabs from the underside, we move on to assembling the front section that houses the cockpit. The Chinook's cockpit has a unique RAF specific colour scheme. The floor and instrumentation are primarily black, while the sidewalls and vertical surfaces are ocean green. To streamline the painting process, all cockpit components are first assembled and airbrushed in flat black. This includes the instrument panels, control columns, bulkheads and pilot seats. Once dry, ocean green is dry brushed onto the vertical surfaces. This not only enhances contrast, but also allows for subtle modulation over the black base, giving depth to the otherwise uniform colour. The pilot seats are painted with a combination of matte black cushions and semi-gloss black backrests for a subtle texture variation. The seat frames are picked out in metallic tones using fine brushes. Before full assembly, several holes must be drilled into the fuselage to accommodate optional antennas, aerials and mission-specific modifications. The kit provides helpful jigs for this process. These fit snugly into specific positions on the fuselage to guide the correct drill angles. For this build we are doing version A, which includes several unique fitments. Using an electric micro drill ensures clean, precise holes. A full dry fit of the interior and fuselage halves follow. This stage is crucial to assess visibility and ensure that all interior detail work is worthwhile. Even with the rear ramp closed, the cockpit and internal structure are clearly visible through the larger nose canopy and side windows. Attention to detail will pay off later. We now turn our attention to refining interior surfaces. The fuselage walls are airbrushed in light sea grey, which gives a subtle green tint, closely matching RAF ocean green. The entire interior is sealed with a lacquer coat to protect the acrylic base layers. This allows for oil washes and enamel panel lines to be applied without lifting the paint. A generous wash is applied to all recesses and panel lines, then selectively wiped back with a cotton bud and thinner. This leaves dark residue in the recesses and enhances the 3D effect of the model detail. Interior ribs and pipework are picked out in chrome and aluminum tones using a chrome pen and fine detail brushes. With weathering completed, we glue the finished interior assembly into the starboard fuselage half. Glue is used sparingly at key mounting points to ensure a strong bond without excess residue. The fuselage halves are then joined with extra thin cement, flowing along the seams via capillary action. The bottom fuselage panel is added next, with additional blobs of superglue applied to strengthen the joints. Rubber bands are used to clamp everything together while it cures, ensuring a flush fit with no gaps. The Chinook's distinctive top spine is fitted next. This hides the fuselage seam and provides the mounting point for the rotor assemblies. Light sanding is performed around all remaining seams to remove mould lines and prepare for paint. Various external components are also assembled at this stage: engine housings, exhaust nozzles, cooling ducts and aerodynamic fairings. Because these parts are all painted in the same colour as the airframe, they are glued in place now to be primed and painted in one go. The forward canopy and all side windows are carefully glued into place. We use canopy-specific adhesive to prevent fogging and maintain crystal clear clarity. Each piece is masked with custom cut tape before moving on. This stage involves adding an intricate network of aerials and antennas. There are also two winch assemblies and sensor housings distributed across the fuselage. With so many delicate parts on the underside, the undercarriage is installed early to allow the model to rest on its wheels during painting. The entire model is now primed in flat black, giving excellent shadow depth and preparing the surface with paint. This also acts as a pre-shade under the camouflage. The bottom of the fuselage remains black, so we mask it off and begin spraying the upper surfaces with a custom mixed desert sand tone. This colour is difficult to define exactly, but a fleshy pink hue proves to be a convincing match to a reference photo. The result is a smooth matte finish with soft modulation from the black primer underneath. Now we come to the defining feature of this model, the field applied camouflage pattern. The real aircraft received this hastily during deployment, often applied by hand with brushes. Using a fine brush and diluted flat black paint, we apply a dragged, feathered pattern across the model. Strokes are random and uneven, mimicking the original application method. The key here is to avoid symmetry and repetition. Imperfection is realism. While this technique is daunting, it rewards patience. The contrast between black and desert pink creates a visually stunning effect that sets the model apart from standard military builds. After the camouflage is complete, a satin varnish is applied to protect the paint. Only a handful of decals are used, namely the tail code and fuselage roundels, in keeping with the real aircraft's minimal markings. A final matte varnish is applied to unify the surface, followed by a targeted weathering pass using sand and dust pigments. These are brushed lightly over the airframe to simulate desert grime and sun exposure. Exhaust stacks are weathered with graphite pencil to achieve a realistic metal sheen. Around the engine nacelles and rear vents, dark pigment simulates heat staining. Additional dusting is applied to the ramp, fuselage seams and lower panels. The ramp is installed slightly ajar to suggest in-the-field utility. Rotor blades are assembled, painted matte black, decaled on their undersides only, as per reference photos. A subtle dust filter is dry brushed across the upper surface to match the rest of the aircraft. Special attention is given to the blade's orientation, and mounting holes are slightly widened to allow for easy removal, which is essential for storage and display. With rotors in place, the Chinook stands complete. Its distinctive camouflage, heavy weathering, and complex surface detail gives it a gritty, combat-worn realism that few other kits deliver. This build may seem intimidating, but every step is manageable with patience and preparation. The unusual paint job is what makes the Chinook truly shine, not in a polished sense, but in how accurately it captures the real aircraft's rugged service conditions. This is a model for those who enjoy narrative in their builds. From the brushstroke camouflage to the field weather detail, every step tells a story. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope this video has inspired you to try something bold. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next.